I'm the last guy to knock a revolution. I've led a few of those, you know. I admire revolutionaries. I respect evolutionaries. They are the lifeblood of the bloodline. So when Solo Sikoa seized the moment and became the tribal chief in Roman Reigns' absence, I didn't like it. I don't even think I respected it. But something deep down in me admired it. That took some forward thinking.
I'm the chief now!
Now we all know what happened when the OG bloodline, led by Roman Reigns, faced the new rogue bloodline, led by Solo Sikoa, in the War Games. But there was a discussion here while planning the WWE 2K25 showcase that has me, your wise man, admittedly a little intrigued. What if War Games was limited to only OG bloodline, no honorary uses, versus Solo's rogue bloodline, no honorary uses? It's 4-on-4 Roman Reigns. The Usos, Sami Zayn, versus Solo Sikoa, Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, and the most dangerous new competitor WWE has ever seen, the Samoan werewolf Jacob Fatu. What happens then? This is your moment to determine
the following contest is the men's War Games match. The rules of the match are as follows. Two teams will be contained in separate cages.
The bloodline is in chaos. This wrestling dynasty is on the brink of collapse. The original bloodline was created with the wisdom of the elders, but this meant... And gentlemen, it is time for Bloodline War Games. Roman Reigns, the Usos, and Sami Zayn versus Solo Sikoa, Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, and Jacob Fatu.
Both of these sides have a deep and abiding hatred for one another. Solo felt he was held down. His crew never called up during Roman's time as the tribal chief.
But most of the men on Roman's side were unceremoniously removed from the bloodline courtesy of Solo Sikoa. And those who weren't have faced continued attacks from the new bloodline.
And the winners tonight are very likely to be considered the true bloodline by the WWE Universe. Let's see who comes out on top tonight. Got to be a bit tough for Jay to stand up amongst this team. Some close allies, but some enemies he's yet to forgive.
We've seen the wars that Jay has waged with his cousin Roman, with his brother Jimmy, but he needs to put that aside tonight.
And Jay has the title wins and big victories that earned him the main event moniker. But if he's the one to put away the new bloodline, he will truly be the main event of War Games. Oh, man, he took a hard landing into the other ring.
All the momentum has swung to Jey Uso.
Jacob's being cut off at every pass.
The count has started, and one team is about to have the odds in their favor. This War Games just got Uzi, Zayn, joining the original Bloodline side. Float over.
Oh, float over. Nice. DDT.
Solo Sikoa, leader of the new Bloodline, has called himself the head of the table, called himself Tribal Chief.
And when he asked the WWE Universe to acknowledge him, we're hearing more and more of the crowd agree.
Well, Solo has grown in power with big wins and title reigns, but this is his biggest test yet. If his crew can defeat Roman's, Sikoa will be everything he says he is and more.
Before War Games officially starts, what do you guys think is the key to the old school Bloodline coming out on top?
Every one of these men is a proven main eventer, Michael, but that won't be enough if they can't stay on the same page.
Yeah, and given how united Solo's team is, I don't think even the Mount Rushmore of WWE could handle the new Bloodline.
Roman and his crew need to remember what bonded them, what made their team Uzi, and work as a real team. Just one last time.
Down with the Samoan drop.
OG Bloodline leader Roman Reigns has so much on the line in this one, guys.
Oh, absolutely, Michael. Solo Sikoa took his spot at the head of the table. He says he's the new Tribal Chief.
And that is Roman's legacy. Those names, this group, they mean something. But the Bloodline represents all that Roman has built in his career. And he needs to take it back tonight. Boom! Boom! Ooh, right to the throat.
Place it up high here.
Scoop slam.
Anytime it's going to be a breakout performance for Jacob Fatu. So much raw talent in that young man.
Every Bloodline member, new and old, is a generational athlete. But Jacob seems to be a step ahead of every one of these men at times.
Many already believe Jacob can take the mantle as the leader of the Bloodline. If he's the one to earn the victory tonight, this time as the Tribal.
Going for the home run. What a DDT. Wow. Did Jacob Fatu get enough of it? Boom, right across the small of the back.
If there's one man here with the most to prove, it's got to be Tonga Loa.
We've often seen that the man with the most to prove ends up being the difference maker in War Games.
Many folks think Tonga Loa is just a foot soldier for Solo. But let's not forget, this man is the son of Haku. Just like his father, Tonga Loa truly excels in a brawl. And there is no bigger brawl than War Games. Through the ring door and adding a bit of leverage to the situation.
Down where it wants it.
And trying to string together as many hits with that weapon as possible.
Oh, man.
Solo Sikoa's group at a decided disadvantage. His side has less experience inside the structure.
But look at how young and hungry Team Solo is. In particular, Tama Tonga.
if he was looking forward to this. Top rope. Splash! Jacob thought two's got a problem here.
Climbing up the War Games steel structure. Ben, watch out! Diving hurricane.
Whoa! Ooh, harsh kick. Old bloodline, new bloodline. Both sides engaging in a brutal battle.
Every one of these men is fighting with every fiber in their being to be considered the true bloodline.
Counting down the seconds as this match gets closer to being even. 8 men in this, and looking at Jey Uso.
Jey nailed all of it.
Hold on here. What good reason does he have to be climbing up the
Top rope. So splash by Jey. Jacob thought two's got a problem here.
And guys, this is what War Games is all about. Both bloodlines leaving it all in the ring.
The old guard and new school trading their biggest shots in one of the most dangerous environments in all of WWE.
And he's got to be in absolute agony right now.
Yeah, he's absolutely in danger.
And now here's Jey Uso.
Jimmy might have just finished things.
Looking for something big here. Corkscrew senton. Sami Zayn, who so much is a member of the bloodline, it really gave him a sense of self-worth.
Yeah, but part of that self-worth came from defying Roman, from defeating the Usos, which begs the question. And I wish there was a better way to phrase this. Is Sami Zayn still Usi?
I think he is, Corey. Sami seems elated to be fighting alongside Jey and even Jimmy. Those are big dogs.
Just look at the damage on Zayn's face and bloodshed.
And I'm sure Jay's bloodline didn't like what they saw there. Then a knee right to the throat. Time is almost done. This next entrant gives their team the advantage inside the cage. Kick.
And the tribal chief is now entering. Uso.
And now Jey Uso.
Sami Zayn is so closing this out. Things could get ugly now as they head inside the cage. He's doing some dangerous redecorating.
I think the table really ties it all together. It looks like he's got a bullseye on his head now.
He is obviously taking way too much pleasure in this right now.
Caught with the elbow. Elbow drop. And what a move we just saw there. Knee right to the side of the face. No doubt about it. This is just added extreme insult to injury.
Absolutely on fire right now.
You barely. Tamatonga doesn't seem as composed after that attack.
Stop side to the noggin.
The next entrant incoming to even up the odds.
To sleep with the guillotine.
We might be looking at a tap out soon.
It will matter though, Michael. We haven't had.
And the anguish on his face continues. Tapping out isn't going to save him here. He's headed to the top now. Holy cow, I'm dizzy. Now
It's over for Sikoa. Top rope.
on the middle rope. Bring Jimmy down.
You can almost feel the intensity coming from Tamatonga on that attack.
Sikoa keeping his opponent at bay.
Executing a vicious Tonga twist.
Terrible position for Jimmy. Jumping DDT.
Absolutely planned. And with every additional hit to the head, you
up to him.
Victory nearly in hand for Tonga.
Just took a very, and it's Jay.
Is that all she wrote for Tonga?
And the pin could be over for Tonga.
Stopping the ref's count just in time.
Him over and into the other ring.
He's doing everything he can to fight out of this tough spot.
Oh, man, he is more shoulders down. Looking for the win here.
The count was stopped before it started.
He refuses to stand. Slamming their opponent's face to the canvas.
Both wrists captured. Genuine cause for alarm. No doubt. Sammy just ended this.
And Solo's team takes it.
All hail the true bloodline.
Here are your winners, Solo Sikoa, Tonga, Tonga Loa, and Jacob Batu, the new bloodline.
Here we go. First two combatants locked in the War Game structure. The original Bloodline versus the new Bloodline in the match beyond.
The WWE Universe has wanted to see this war for some time, gentlemen. Roman and his old guard versus Solo and the new crew.
So many questions. Can Roman's teammates put their past animosity aside? Can the rest of Solo's gang handle a match against competitors with more War Games experience?
Well, Byron, I think we'll know the answer to all those questions just a matter of minutes. Sami Zayn grew so much as a member of the Bloodline, it really gave him a sense of self-worth.
Yeah, but part of that self-worth came from defying Roman, from defeating the Usos, which begs the...
Up high!
He fails to connect. Whipped into the corner with tremendous force. Chop. Samoan drop. Here we go. First two combatants locked in the War Game structure. The original Bloodline versus the new Bloodline in the match beyond.
The WWE Universe has wanted to see this war for some time, gentlemen. Roman and his old guard versus Solo and the new crew.
So many questions. Can Roman's teammates put their past animosity aside? Can the rest of Solo's gang handle a match against competitors with...
From the top.
Oh, right on the arm.
Not good.
Solo Sikoa's group at a decided disadvantage. His side has less experience inside this structure.
But look at how young and hungry Team Solo is. In particular, Tonga is a real wild card. He's like a hyena locked in a cage with a bunch of raw meat.
I even asked Tama backstage if he was looking forward to this match, and he just said to me, yeah.
Great journalism there, Byron.
Thanks, Michael.
An overbearing assault on Jacob now.
Yeah, Oos is firing on all cylinders.
A lot to prove from the new Bloodline tonight. Gentlemen, do you think they can do it?
Absolutely, Cole. Solo Sikoa, Jacob Fatu, Tonga Loa, and Tama Tonga have been competing on a different level as of late.
They have won some major matches and earned titles too, but I worry they might not be as ready for War Games as Roman's crew. There's a lot more big match experience in general on Roman's side.
No, that may be true, but Solo's side has youth and a devil-may-care attitude that can work out tremendously inside War Games. I expect Solo's side to go all out here inside this sadistic structure.
Under the apron now, looking to stack the odds even higher in their team's favor here. If there's one man here with the most to prove, it's got to be Tanga Loa.
We've often seen that the man with the most to prove ends up being the difference maker in War Games.
Many folks think Tanga Loa is just a foot soldier for Solo. But let's not forget, this man is the son of Haku. Just like his father, Tanga Loa truly excels in a brawl. And there is no bigger brawl than War Games. Into the cage now, and the numbers advantage is locked in.
Face first into the chair.
This is really getting out of hand here. Someone needs to step in.
Jay is imposing his will.
Jacob's having trouble assessing the situation.
Gotta be a bit tough for Jay to stand up amongst this team. Some close allies, but some enemies he's yet to forgive.
We've seen the wars that Jay has waged with his cousin Roman, with his brother Jimmy, but he needs to put that aside tonight.
And Jay has the title wins and big victories that earned him the main event moniker. But if he's the one to put away the new bloodline, he will truly be the main event of War Games.
Here comes the buzzer. The numbers advantage vanishes with this next entrant.
Tanga Loa now entering the fray of Bloodline War Games. Adding insult to injury and more injury with that stop sign.
Hit drop.
I've been witnessing that.
He's setting his table up, and guys, someone's about to have a really bad night. OG Bloodline leader Roman Reigns has so much on the line in this one, guys.
Oh, absolutely, Michael. Solo Sikoa took his spot at the head of the table. He says he's the new tribal chief.
And that is Roman's legacy. Those names, this group, they mean something. But the bloodline represents all that Roman has built in his career. And he needs to take it back tonight.
Ooh, pounding the foot back. Attacking the torso again, doing a little more damage. Oh, ouch!
Uh-oh. Half and half suplex. Lights up.
8 men in this war, but one seems to be fighting his own internal battle. That man, Jimmy Uso.
He's currently on Team Roman, but this might be an instance of the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Well, Jimmy had clashes with Roman. He went to war with his brother.
Here we go.
There's the buzzer, and Jimmy Uso is looking for revenge against the new bloodline in War Games. Enters the ring and is diving head first into the...
Head is taking even more damage.
Oh, right on the arm.
Sami Zayn grew so much as a member of the Bloodline, it really gave him a sense of self-worth.
Yeah, but part of that self-worth came from defying Roman, from defeating the Usos, which begs the question, and I wish there was a better way to phrase this. Is Sami Zayn still Usi?
I think he is, Corey.
Meanwhile, here's Sami Zayn.
Is that all she wrote for Tanga Loa?
Old bloodline, new bloodline, both sides engaging in a brutal battle.
I don't like what he's thinking here. Not one bit.
Using the verticality of the cage to brutal effect.
I can't believe that connected.
I think tonight is going to be a breakout performance for Jacob Fatu. So much raw talent in that young man.
Every bloodline member, new and old, is a generational athlete. But Jacob seems to be a step ahead of every one of these men at times.
Many already believe Jacob can take the mantle as the leader of the bloodline. If he's the one to earn the victory tonight, his time as the tribal chief may come sooner than anyone thinks. Super kick! Going for sliced bread.
What a counter! Power slam!
Brilliant strategy. Even
just added a bit of insurance with that one. He might be the smallest man in the ring right now, ensuring himself a bit of an edge.
Solo Sikoa, leader of the new bloodline, has called himself the head of the table, called himself the tribal chief.
And when he asked the WWE Universe to acknowledge him, we're hearing more and more of the crowd agree.
Well, Solo has grown in power with big wins and title reigns, but this is his biggest test yet. If his crew can beat Roman's, Sikoa will be everything he says he is and more.
Hey guys, this is what War Games is all about. Both bloodlines leading it in the ring.
The old guard and new school trading their biggest shots in one of the most dangerous environments in all of WWE.
Will Jay end this?
Jay looking a little less than main event after that one.
Yeah, this is the hostility Jimmy Fatu wanted to bring. Absolutely stunned from that attack to the head.
Yeah, all sorts now. Countdown underway. The
Zayn exposed here. Super kick.
And the tribal chip top rope.
He gets nothing. Looks like he just got rocked there.
Yeah, Tama had him well measured. Going to the crowd. Can Jacob Fatu come back from the top rope? Meanwhile, it's Jay. Jay might have just finished things.
Was mounted with punches. And not,
Oh, God, the crimson is flowing. He's seriously upheld. Taking head over heels.
shoulder tackle after shoulder tackle.
set up in the corner of the ring.
Is lost out there. Could mean the end's coming soon.
And that was a well-executed attack. And Tama Tonga won't be having a good night if he allows more offense like that.
Zayn getting the better of his opponent.
The WWE faithful communicating in no uncertain terms. It is electric.
Tama Tonga setting it up.
Here it comes.
Delivering the suplex.
Time is ticking away. Shortly we'll have a fresh competitor to even the eyes.
Kento setting up the game.
And looking at Jacob Fatu.
Implanted by the DDT. Can Reigns recover from that? And now the new tribal chief, Solo Sikoa, joining Bloodline War Games.
Tama Tonga executing a vicious
Tonga twist.
Victory nearly in hand for Tama Tonga.
From the heavens, splash from the top. Coming in with the hit all right and even the odds.
Looking for something under the apron before airing.
He wants to level the playing field, and he can blame it after the last few minutes.
No escape from these punches. Teams even. Welcome to the match beyond. From here on out, anything goes. Uso
Now looking at Jay.
crucial moment for Tonga. Finish things off.
Tama Tonga's looking to wrap this. Reigns hits it.
No coming back from Reigns after that.
Another vicious attack to his head.
That's the kind of offense that could ruin your whole balance.
Kick to the body. Super kick. Wait a second. He's going up the wall. The extreme top rope.
Dizzy. Good God, what force. The hammer drop. Literally. Something might be broken.
And he's absorbed some stiff offense already.
Sikoa making an example of his opponent. Here it comes.
foresight to get out of that one.
Zayn's looking weak in the knees. Could spell trouble.
Tonga setting it up. Here it comes. Tonga twist. End of the line for Zayn.
Balls up, shoulders down. He brings the man, keeping his team in this one. And he retaliates. Oh, look at this here, guys. Look at this.
Suplex into a powerbomb. My goodness.
Sami Zayn with a big boom.
Sammy ended it there.
Just bashing them with that hammer.
Incoming. Boom. Caught off guard with a sharp knee. Sledgehammer in the midsection will knock the wind out of him.
Wasting no time. Shoulders are down. Two count. Yes, no. He doesn't get the three. How? He's got it down. Here we go. Kick out just before two.
Somehow still in this fight. Not down and out yet. Tonga low up with a stamp.
Going for the victory.
Is this it?
Kick out at two.
This is going to come down to who wants it more.